Well, hello, my friend. You look gorgeous. hmm I think you're on.
Am I muted still?
No.
Am I still muted?
You're all good.
I'm all good. Well, thank you for saying I look beautiful. This is the face of somebody who just got their
hmm
tatas mammogrammed. What? This
hmm
is what you look like after you get your tatas mammogrammed. You just look fab. You feel fab.
One of my friends, Sherry, you know our lovely Sherry. You know
Yeah.
Sherry, our friend. How could I say one of my friends? Sherry Saladal is going to really get us. She goes to a lady who massages and talks so nicely to her tatas while she gets the mammogram done. Not in
Okay.
a creepy way, but in a very like,
You will be loved.
yes, you were
You are
appreciated, you were
okay.
valued.
You
Yes.
know, that's funny. I know we're just diving right in. So, for those of you who know, anytime you go in to get something done where they give you a gown, like my brain just blitzes out. I can't remember if it's forward or backward. In my mind, I'm like feet first. Like what? That doesn't make any sense. So usually I just kind of sit there for a moment and I'm like, what did they say? Is it chest open, chest back, chest open, chest back? So I know it seems logical if they're going to look at your tatas, chest open. But there's something about like, did you do this when you were a little girl where you pull the shirt through and you're like, okay. So there's something about this giant baggy thing on you, and you're like, okay, now you got to put your stuff in a locker because you can't bring it in. Jen, I dropped one of my earring backs. You know, kind of like a blind bat. Don't worry. So now I'm on my hands and knees on that dirty carpeted floor and I'm trying to find the back. Gotcha. Back received. For the Nobody has told me I can't wear jewelry, but it feels like I'm not supposed to. So I'm starting to take everything off. Then I drop the second back. I cannot find it. I'm like, I can't find you. I can't find you. And I go, it'll be okay. I'll just take this dressing room when I'm done. So I'm trying to walk out the door, but you know the top is so that the gown is so baggy. So I then decide to just tie it real tight. So it looks kind of like this. And my bra's kind of falling all over the place. This lady is behind me. She goes, "Oh," I go, "I'm kind of a minute. I'm just a whole big minute." And she goes, "Yes, I see." And then I go and sit down and I like am watching how everyone else is sitting in their gowns because I feel like if I gotta switch it around in a room full of gals, like who's gonna care, right? Okay. So we all look the same, check, 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 we're fine. And then I realized that I'm kind of sitting with my arms crossed, my legs are crossed, and I've grabbed a magazine that I really can't read without my glasses. So I'm holding the magazine and then I start to open a page. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. So I uncross my arms, but my legs are still crossed. Then I uncross my legs, but that feels weird. So I keep kind of moving them around. And then I decide I just gotta. So I close my eyes. I lean back, Jen. I'm uncrossed. I'm meditating. And the woman next to me has her phone where you can hear it click every time she goes click, 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 click. So all I'm hearing is, I don't know if you can hear it on my computer. Click, 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 click. I'm like, don't think about it. In fact, in my head, I hear Jen say, honey, let it go. And I'm like, you're right, honey, let it go. I'm letting it go. And then I hear it again. And it take like I'm getting ready to go. That's a lot of clicking. Passive aggressive. What am I saying? Am I saying please stop the clicking? Hmm. Let it go. Honey, let it go. Click, 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 click. And then I like look at her. I'm like, what is she? Is she texting someone? Is she playing a game? Like, what is she doing? So I'm ready to ask her. Like, I am ready to go, like, walk me through what you're playing here. Who are you texting before a mammogram? And then I'm like, honey, let it go.
Mhm.
So I keep closing my eyes, I keep breathing, and then they go, Shannon. And I go, that's me.
How were you feeling in that moment?
In the waiting for the moment.
Yeah, it
Well,
sounds like your mind was all over the place.
of course it was. Of
Like you
course
were
it was.
overthinking. That's a lot of overthinking.
Well, I had, so I've shared with you all before, like, so when when I had a little bit of the when I had breast cancer and I had to go through the infusions and the radiation process. So sometimes you get ping-ponged around to different treatment places or different mammogram places. So as I was driving in, I was like, oh, I remember this facility. I don't go to this facility usually. And I was like, oh, I remember this. I was a little bald Shannon here. And I remember feeling like I was so tired. And they were checking on, I think, the size of the tumor or whatever. And I remember like coming in and had like knowing that I did not look great. And I think I took the first one in the morning. Like I think it was like if it opens at 7, like I was the 7:05. Like I had
Want
to
to get
wait
it
for them to
done.
open the parking lot, right? And I was like, so as I was sitting there, I was like, oh, I know you're remembering. And I was like, shake it
Remember.
off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. So of course I was like looking at that woman, wanting her to blame her for my discomfort and my like inability to relax. Like it was like it couldn't possibly be my history. It couldn't possibly be my past trauma, right? Couldn't possibly be that. It's her fingers, her phone,
Her
her click,
cooking.
click, 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 click.
Yes. Mahoney, I am so glad to hear you say that because this week, I felt the exact same thing. And I was like, oh, I felt the exact same thing. And I too projected it on other people. And I had to like pull it in and I had to be, and I'm still like, Jen, like, why? Why are you so like, mm. And I think that I feel feelings are hard for me because I can point out everybody in the room and I can tell you exactly what they're feeling and I can read a room and I can do all of that. When
Mm.
it comes to like sharing what I'm feeling, it's difficult. The wall goes up. I get very protective. Like I don't want to sit in that uncomfortable space. That's why I spend most of my time in other people's space and their business because helping them feeds that. Dodger agrees. Do you see?
Thank you,
But
Dodger.
I too am going through a healthcare, as you know, journey, and I feel it feels like you have to like stand up for yourself. And I am a recovering people pleaser who is trying to stand up for herself with such an invisible like illness at the same time
Mm.
that when I say invisible, it's really hard for people, even healthcare people who you would think would be on your side in general, right? To actually like hear what you have to say. And I think as a woman, it's even harder because we've put everybody else. and we put ourselves on the back burner. So to have to like stand up for yourself or to ask for help or to, I don't know, be vulnerable with any kind of that, you know? And I think of you, it is hard to do. It's hard to document something that all your life you haven't talked about or that people feel is like a weakness. And I
Mm.
think that brings up an emotional part of us that then feels so emotional and so like raw. We easily project it on the people that are around us. And luckily, I've caught myself a couple of times and I've asked for grace and forgiveness, but I found myself in that same spot the last couple of days.
Oof. Yeah.
And I wanna flip the tables.
Yeah.
I I don't even know if we will. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go here, and maybe we won't even show this. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I feel angry, and I feel mad, and I feel upset, and I feel disappointed, and I also feel ashamed. I have migraine headaches that started because of such a wonderful thing. I had a kidney disease that I didn't know about. And so when I got pregnant with my child, we found out that I had a kidney disease and I lost my kidneys in 5 years after having my child. An amazing person gave me her kidney and another chance at life in 2008. And that has always been like a hero story for me. And I've tried so hard to live up to that gift. And I've been a good patient. And, you know, with that comes, you take medication for life. And those medications sometimes have side effects. And I'm dealing with one of those side effects, but it seems like the side effect is so invisible that I'm having to like fight for everything. So I get migraine headaches and I can't take anything for pain. Not that I want pain drugs.
Right.
I want to make that clear, but it makes it a little bit harder because I power through pain. That's maybe that's a sign that I shouldn't even be saying any of this.
I think.
I'm just upset. I'm
Yeah.
upset for not being believed by healthcare professionals. I'm upset to have a doctor that I love for so many years not listen and say
Mm.
not it. I'm upset at men who think they know exactly in the neurology department what is happening inside my own body. And I'm also upset at the arrogance. I'm disappointed in the fact that there's not enough women in neurology. I'm grateful for the physician assistant that I have that actually listens to me. But it's like trying to tell, and it's like, okay, you have a headache. what can you do? You cannot go to the emergency, you cannot go to the urgent care because they can't take transplant patients because you probably have to have an infusion. You have to go to the ER. The ER puts you at the bottom of the list because they believe you just have a headache. So it doesn't matter if you've raw dogged through pain for years and years and years. You,
Mm.
it's just, I don't know.
Mm. It's painful.
It's pain.
Not, I mean, emotionally painful. I mean,
It
of course,
is.
physically painful, but it's emotionally painful. You feel not believed.
Yes, to be not believed. Yes, to when you stand up for yourself, you look like a crazy person trying to stand up for yourself to doctors that won't believe you. And then those doctors call the social worker, who then calls you on the phone and tells you you might have depression. You have never even seen me. You don't know who I am. I am not depressed. I am in pain. Pain.
Yeah,
In a
I'm in
world
pain.
that doesn't believe in migraines, chronic migraines,
Right. Where you're like,
and
I've had a
a system
migraine for 20
that
days.
doesn't support
Hmm.
anybody with migraines, you know?
Hmm.
And to be told by a doctor, I don't know what you want me to do for you. You take a medication that eats your brain. So what do you want?
And then this doctor over here says, this
Not me.
medicine is keeping your kidneys happy, so not my problem.
Yep.
Not my, not, what is it? Not my something, not my circus, right? It's like, not my monkey, not my circus,
Yeah.
not mine. And you're like, so whose is it?
So whose is it? Yes.
Hmm. Whose is it?
It's constantly being judged by other people, I feel. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just constantly having to stand up for yourself and stand up for yourself. And I get that. That's what my lesson has been for the last 3 years.
Hmm.
Standing up for myself. I get it. I get it. I get it. It's also so hard to do in a system, a medical system that is broken, that is run by pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
And then you're working for insurance that does what? And when you're in constant pain and you can't show up like you usually show up, it's difficult. And so I am standing up for myself, but I'm looking like a crazy person right and left, right and left, right and left. And then, you know what happens is I shame myself for looking like a crazy person. And then that overthinking starts happening in
Hmm.
my head. And then it's like, you know? And then it's like, no, Jen, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
Standing up for yourself, and that is not crazy. So watch your language. And how many times I've called myself a mess today? That's
Yeah.
critical language again. And what you put out, you are drawing in. Do you see this circle? And I've got to ground myself. And I think I'm just having trouble grounding myself this week. And, that's going to happen, I know, but
It's really hard.
talk about being vulnerable. You can't
Yeah.
be more vulnerable than that.
You,
Vulnerable than that.
right. But then also being like, there's a level of vulnerability that you're allowed to be in the doctor's office, which don't be too vulnerable because they might see you as being like unstable.
Yeah, and call the social worker on you, which is what
Oh,
happened to me, which is what sparked all this. I got called by a social worker who thought I should get mental health services for my depression and anxiety. For
Yeah.
the
And then
ones
did
that
you say to him, what did you
you
say? Did
guys
you,
are the ones that are giving me anxiety. I am not depressed. I am in pain. Pain. I spelled it for her.
did you give her like did you say, I have chronic migraines and I am asking for help and they're all just saying, we can't help? Or what did you say? Like, where do you go from
This
there?
is I got the social worker called on me because I walked out of the doctor's
Right.
office last week. And I've walked out of the doctor's office like 2 weeks ago. I'm just walking out of things. I'm just
You're
walking
like,
out of
I'm
things.
done
I'm
with
standing up
this.
for myself. I'm bawling.
Yeah.
This is this is, I don't know. And then it's the cycle that I feel. And then I call myself a mess. I call myself crazy. And I'm not crazy. I'm just at a point where I'm going to tell you exactly
Where you're at.
where I'm at.
Yeah.
And if I don't like what you want to say, or I don't think that you're helping me, or I don't feel safe in your company, I am walking out. And I know, I know that I've got to turn that reaction from a 10 down to a 2. But before, Jen would just sit in there and endure and people please and not do any of these things. I know that's gross.
Yeah.
But now I know I've over, but it's like I will
Yeah.
burn. I will disrupt. I will until somebody hears what I have to say. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Somebody will help me out there and do not call the social worker on me. I don't know.
I think my daughter and I were talking about this today. I've been to the, I went, today was the day of being an emotional support human at the doctor's office and going to the doctor's office by myself. And in my family, we've started to kind of do, being emotional support, like going, you know what, I'm not going to the doctor by myself anymore. I need help. I want somebody to go with me because I need somebody else to hear what they're saying. I'm afraid to ask a question. I think, was it this week or last week you asked me, we were chatting while we were driving and you said, did you ask him this question? And I go, nope, sure didn't. And you were like, Shannon, like that's a critical question. I was like, didn't even think of it. I have a list of questions in the phone, but didn't even ask it, right? Because either A, I forget, I get too nervous, I get too upset, I get too hot, there's clicking happening, like I just can't do it all. So my daughter had an appointment today and she said, will you go with me, be my emotional support, like buddy? So they're chatting with her and they said what it, and I think I made a face or something or I scrunched my eyes and she goes, are you going to say something? And I go, yeah, I just don't know about this. Like I was like, we're waiting for solutions and it's been 4 years. Like when do we get to the point where we're going to pivot because we've been here for 4 years? Like when do we pivot? Like when, how much longer? Like where are we at? And and I did that like kind of to show my human that I was like, you're gonna start to have to not, I won't always be able to go to every appointment, but if and when we can we bring in a support buddy that like goes, hey, this person and I will be both speaking to you today. This is my emotional support person. They're going to talk me down or they're going to talk me up, right? But it's almost like the minute you go in there, and I don't, I don't know how many other people feel this way, but like I feel like there's something about being in the doctor's office that triggers a child teacher, child principal relationship. Like suddenly I am like I feel smaller. I feel like I am waiting for them to tell me what's wrong with me. And what gross language is that? You know, like what's wrong with me? And then did I get an A and I pass? Or do I get average? Or do I get a want? Do I fail? Right? And then they go, get out of here and do better. And I know that there are people that feel that way about their weight, where they walk in and they go, I have these things wrong with me. And they go, well, you're overweight. And they're like, can you look past my body and tell me like why I'm experiencing these symptoms? And they're like, we could, but you got to lose weight first. And you're like, they're like, feel like ripping their hair out,
Yeah.
scratching their skin, screaming to the ether, but you can't do that, or they're going to call social work on you, or maybe they won't help you anymore. And you're like, but I need so much.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
need you, and only you can help me. And my insurance will only allow like two people to help me.
Yes.
You and one other person, and they don't have my insurance. So you are my only option.
Yeah. And if you don't call them back right away, then they're leaving things on your phone like, oh, you declined these services. And it's like, no, I didn't decline. At that moment that, that specialist reached out to me, I was getting a biopsy of my breast done. And then I
Right.
had to go over here. And, it's like, I'm not declining anything. I am in the hospital doing something else. Do people not read each other's charts?
I,
I'm just asking for two doctors to collaborate.
yeah, two
Need to like
doctors.
speak to each other
Yeah,
because something's going on. Like, I is this my life?
yeah. Is it?
No.
And you're not the only one. So how funny. So I go in to the mammogram, and the person who's doing my mammogram suddenly gets really excited. She goes, "What are you doing later today?" And I go, "Well, we're gonna do our podcast." And she goes, "What is your podcast about?" And I said, "Well, it's about like women and creating a space for women." And she goes, "I have a lot to say about this." And for I don't know, it felt like my mammogram was over like in a drop of a hat, like just in seconds. But really, she was just like, let me tell you about, like the lack of research there is for women in this country. She goes, is
Yes.
appalling. She
Yes.
goes, I have, and she shared something very like private. She goes, I have this thing. And she's like shoving my breast in, smashing it down. She's like, I have like something very serious. Like I was like, what? Like cysts in her ovaries or something. It's called something. And she went in like this whole thing, and she goes, do you know that in this country, she goes, this is, she goes, they do not know how to look at this. They don't know how to see it. She goes, they don't know how to review it. She goes, in Korea, like she's naming these other countries. She goes, they are on the forefront of technology and medicine because they're actually looking into this. And she went like as fast as she could. And I thought, we're not the only people that are passionate about this. And I know it's not just a female or a woman's issue, but it sometimes feels like we're back to that moment of yes, you can speak your mind, but not too loudly.
Yes.
Yes, you can wave the white flag, but not too violently.
Yes.
And you must be respectful. And you're like, but what if I'm not being respected? Who holds this medical professional accountable? It's like, well, they're the principal, they are the teacher. They are not accountable to anybody. You must be accountable, but they don't have to speak to you the same way you must speak to them. And you also have to be careful not to get like you get put in their chart, this person is unstable. I would not, you're just like, what?
But I want to say that I love healthcare workers. And
Mm,
I don't want to say anything about healthcare workers. My mother was a nurse. She taught
yep.
nursing. My stepfather worked in respiratory all of his life. I've been in and out of hospitals. I am a miracle right now. So I'm
Yes.
grateful. What
Okay.
I'm upset about is the system. I'm upset about the system and the lack of belief in women. The lack of belief in women. I spend more money out of pocket.
Mm,
I have to go to a marvelous functional doctor, another physician's assistant, for my hormones outside. Because you know what? Kaiser doesn't ever want to write my hormones down on what I put my chart on. When I go to the kidney doctor, the transplant doctor, I was like, and I take this on progesterone. They're not going to write that in the chart because I have to pay for that out of pocket. For my migraines, the magnesium drips that I get, I can't go to the urgent care to get magnesium drips. I have to go to the ER. They put me down on the very list, and I can't even take the migraine drips that they give because it has a pain medicine in it that kidney patients can't take. So really, and you're not believed anyway. But anyway, so magnesium drips outside. That's two to $250, right? I
got
get
it.
massages for this area outside. I spend more outside at the compounding pharmacy or acupuncture or, all of the alternative things. And then I'm getting from the healthcare. And I know it's not the workers, it's the system.
It's a
It's
system.
the system and it needs
Yeah.
to be, and it's run by the farm, but yes. But also women, we need to be a little bit more when we're hearing the stories of other women or, we're talking about anything that has to be, come on, let's just, I don't know what I'm saying. I want to try to say, let's give each other grace. Don't be so judgmental. In
Okay.
those moments, you don't know what somebody is walking through or what they've just heard or what they're carrying in with them. You know what I mean? Can
Yeah.
it be more graceful for things if you have women, we
Yeah.
know what each other has to stand up for. We know what each other has to go through. I want us to lift each other up and not tear each other down so much. You know,
Okay.
I want us to band together, which I feel like we are doing more and more, I projected my feelings out on poor women.
In a week,
But a
you've
week,
had you've had a day.
not even a whole week yet. But I am
No.
drinking a delicious elderflower tonic water.
Oh, yeah, those are good. A little elderflower, a little boost.
I will say I did get something free for my kids. Do you want to see it? It might make you a little happy. Okay. These are for my babies. Because it's almost back to school time.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right, hold on.
Okay, okay. What? How did this come about?
It's free.
You got it for free?
Uh-huh. Free. I'm gonna put it in the sensory room for my babies. How cute
Oh,
is it?
it's so good.
It makes me want to sing the song. You had a bad day, take it on down. Da, 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 and you turn it around.
Yeah, oh, it's so good. Oh, it's like, is it a little piggy? It's like just a little pink little piggy. But
Hmm.
it also kind of just looks like a little magic creature.
Right? You can sit on it.
Yeah, you could do, yeah, you could sleep with it, could like hold you. It's so cute.
Oh, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
That's good.
Did I exhaust you with today? You're like, I was not ready
No,
for all of that emotion.
it's a lot, but it's not too much. It's never too much. It's just that I'm just trying to think about like how we it's a system that's broken, and then how do we prepare, like how do you continue to be an advocate for yourself? How do you stand up for yourself? But then also, how do we prepare generations to come? Because it's not going to get fixed tomorrow. So then, like, how do we continue to prepare young people or, other generations that this is something they're going to have to do? And maybe your parents did it for you, or maybe you were just so young and fabulously healthy, right? Like, there's a reason why healthcare is so much cheaper when you're younger. There's nothing like you don't go. So
Yeah, that's
you're
what I was about to say. We just didn't go to the
you
doctor.
don't go, right? Well, nobody goes, right? Like you just don't go. It's like insurance is tiered, right? So you pay more the older you get because you need more doctors, right? So, but you're younger, you don't go. So really your first time encountering this system most likely is by yourself. Something is going a little off, or you're having a baby, or but like your first introduction for most people I think is having a child.
Well,
And then, or if you have something like you get into an accident, or you experience the healthcare system for the first time, and that could be you experience it from a billing perspective, and you get that bill and you're like, wait, what is this?
but
Or you
depends on if you are entitled. You grew up entitled, or I wouldn't,
right.
entitled is the wrong word. I'm gonna reel that back in. But, in a more privileged environment, right? There are a lot of people out there that don't have health care, or they don't have access to good health care. I am very privileged for the things that I am able to do and get and pay for outside that I know that not everybody gets. When I think of my mom in Oklahoma and when we first put her on chemo, and there was only that one place that she could go to, and that doctor was so condescending, and I thought, and I stood up for her, and I refused, and I made us get sent to somewhere else. And that gave us 6 more years with her, because I stood up for her and she was getting the wrong medicine. But I think about all those people that sat in that waiting room and just took that chemo, and, it's like nobody could have it. That's just the choice that they had, you know? So I think that there is got to be something. And I feel it starts with the prescriptions companies, it's it's out of control. And I think the healthcare system, the hospitals around Oklahoma used to be nonprofit, and then now they're all for profit. And I don't even want to go into all that. It's don't get me started. I'm like,
Okay.
it's just a broken system, and and I think we're working on it. We've never had more conversations about hormones or things like that. Or, I read something the other day that the ovaries after in menopause, they take on a whole different job, and they do a whole different job to build up your immunity inside your body. And I'm like, what? Like, they're just now starting to research us. Like, we have been, our medications and all of our stuff have been on what men
Mm.
are
Yeah,
researched, not what we our
right.
bodies are way too complicated for them. So they're just going to give us whatever's good for a man is good for whatever is good for Adam's that good for Eve, or whatever.
Yeah. Like whatever, whoever was researched, and studied, if that was men between the ages of 25 and 41. And it's like, with the body, whatever their weight is and all of that stuff. And you're like,
Hmm.
so not me, not the woman who weighs under this much, who is either older or younger. So it's not my demographic, but you
And I
know,
love my kidney doctor from Kaiser. We're having a moment. This is our first little conflict, and I will admit on my side, I'm in pain, so I've not been, I've been raw dogging I've been enduring for so long until it's like that resentment that I always talked about, right? I pushed it down and pushed it down, and I've endured into a point where my body's like, we will not take your pain any longer. So we are not giving you just a little headache. We are shutting you down. And it's
right.
like, okay, I'm hearing you. I'm trying to listen. Now I'm trying to get other people to listen. It's
Yeah.
a work in progress. We're gonna get there. I just gotta ground myself because I can't be heard at a 10. I gotta ground myself down to a 2 or a 3 so that I can be heard. Right now, Jen is just like, I will tear it up. I will stop.
Where
That's growth though.
yeah, and I think it's also like learning to give that feedback like right away to your doctors. Not, I don't want you to think that I'm saying you've done anything wrong, but like sometimes when we've reached a 10, is that then we're more likely to hit that panic button sooner, as opposed to going like, well, I, you know,
I've been saying it for 10 years.
you've been
The
saying it for
last
10
10
years.
years, I have been saying it every single time. In fact, I've done this more than once. Like, I've had them for the past like 18 years. So, right around the time I got the transplant. But,
Yeah.
things are like, I felt compared to what I felt, like that was so easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh, I
getting at a
see. Yeah.
point
Like
where
the
I can't like, it's, I'm 18 years. Think of like chronic migraines for 18 years with no,
end in sight.
yeah. And now my body is like, now the pain is all over. Like when I get a little headache, it shoots everything down. It's like my nervous system is at a 1000%, like this. Like the wind can go, and all my sudden and it's,
Yeah.
oh,
It's like
but
it's
it's all
unbearable.
inside. You know what I mean? I look
You'll
great.
look like $1 million.
I look great. You know what I mean? And Jennifer has played off being in pain for so long. You would never know that Jennifer's had a migraine for 3 to 4 days. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the mask that Jennifer wears is this. She's always on. She's
Yeah.
moving, she's grooving. You're
She's
very gonna
funny.
rarely,
She's
yeah. Jennifer,
entertaining.
mhm.
Hmm.
This Jennifer can't do that anymore because now she can't see. Sometimes she has trouble when the migraine is terrible walking. She's throwing up constantly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like the pain is like it's my body is at a you cannot fake it anymore. Like it's
Yeah. Yeah. There's no fake until we make it. You're like,
yeah.
I just can't make it.
Yeah, so you're right. I have said something, but I have not like it has not been like I have not stood up for myself the way I should have. It's the same lesson I have. It's the lesson I have in love. It's the lesson I have in I will endure and endure because I don't quit. I want to win and I will win at all costs.
Mm,
I want to win. I want to be chosen. I'll stick it out till the end.
yeah.
I'm so loyal. I'm so loyal, Mahoney, but at what cost? You know?
Yeah.
I'm so afraid of being abandoned that I abandon myself every single time. So, yes, now I'm standing up for myself and I'm roaring. I need to like woosah it back down into a grounded, confident conversation. Because right now I've kept it in for so long. it's fucking splitting hairs when I talk. I gotta
Yeah.
saw it back down. But that's hard to do in the moment. I'm highly reactive. In school, we would say that I need a behavior intervention plan and I need a goal in emotional regulation for when I am triggered about healthcare.
Perfect.
Everything else, I've worked on.
Perfect. Yeah. Everything else,
That same
perfect.
lesson. We are all working on the same lesson, and it shows up in different areas of our life
100%. 100%.
or different patterns, right? And
Right.
and you will keep getting that same pattern until you break it, until you break.
Yeah.
And I've checked certain boxes, and now I'm thriving. I'm getting there. I feel,
Yeah.
it was
But
just a
also,
hard
too,
day.
it's okay to say that
It's a hard,
today or this week or these 2 weeks or this area of my life is hard. And I'm not saying my whole life is hard, but this area of my life specifically is hard. And it's okay to say that. I'm
yes.
not saying anything you don't know, but like
Yeah.
I just think about that for all of us. Like it's okay to think like
Yes.
this is the area that's hard. And then also like modeling like what does advocacy, speaking up for yourself, even if you've been speaking up for 18 years, not getting tired of that, but kind of going, how do we continue to model it for younger generations to come who are getting ready to be at that appointment or in that relationship or anywhere for the very first time without an emotional support buddy, without a ginormous pink friend, right? That moment where you walk in and you go, I'm by myself right now. And it's like, well, keep your little pink friend with you, you little squishy, big, overstuffed, amazing friend, and be like, okay, we're walking in here together. And this is going to be,
Yeah.
we don't know what it's going to be. Like, I want the happy ending when I walk out of here, and I want to think I got everything I asked for and I'm healed, right? But then also going, hey, I'm going to hold on to your little piggy foot so that we can kind of figure out, how I navigate this. And I'm not, it might be a harder journey than I anticipated,
Mhm.
especially if you've been on the journey for like so many people have for a very long time, like not just a year or a couple months or even 5 years, but going, I have been here for a really long time and it's really freaking hard.
I give great advice, but I have trouble taking it for myself. You know what I mean? So not to use the words that I use today. I'm a mess. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put
Yeah,
that in the universe. It's not that I'm a mess. I'm not crazy. I'm not a mess. I'm just not abandoning myself anymore. And when I say that, that's a much powerful stance than I'm a mess. Because that's just that anxiety and self-doubt, you know, coming out.
yeah,
So bringing it back to that grounded, powerful,
yeah. Rooted down,
mm, rooted
get
down.
rooted, get
Mm,
drill down and be like, okay, here I am. I'm here. I'm
yeah.
getting as grounded as I possibly can.
And the one thing that I will not do anymore is abandon myself.
So, and then when you tell yourself you're not abandoning yourself, like there's a part of you that goes, I don't believe you, or you know what I mean? Like that inner child goes, are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm so
Yeah,
loud and angry right now. That's the problem. I'm not abandoning myself and I'm doing it in an angry Smurf way. You know what I
angry
mean?
smart. Yeah, I
I
know.
need to bring her down
Angry
to a
smart.
sweet conversation.
Yeah,
I've abandoned myself for so long. that resentment that I have like pushed all down. Now, when I stand up for myself, it comes out in, a roar.
Yeah. It's
I'm just reeling it back down, turning down the volume
yeah.
for a strong conversation.
Yes.
It's just been building up, and that's okay.
I really like it. But
Mhm.
it's a hard journey.
I see more books on your shelf this time, huh?
Well, I filmed a
Is that a
little
rock?
thing. I filmed a little thing this week. Is it a rock? Is that what you asked? Is it a
Yeah.
rock?
Is that a
It is.
crystal?
Uh,
What
Look at
is?
these fancy pants.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, isn't this a beautiful?
Yeah,
It's really from,
ocean.
yeah, from the ocean. It's from, uh, Bandon, Oregon, like in the,
Mm.
up there. I found it. Isn't this so beautiful? It's still sand in it. It's kind of like dripping on me.
Oh no,
I just thought it was so beautiful. And the pattern was so pretty.
I love it. I have my pyrite.
Oh, nice. Oh, that is pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wealth and success, my friend. Wealth and success. Confidence,
Confidence.
peace with Mother Nature.
We gotta do it. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Where do you go when you need a little peace? Like where do you sink in when you're like, is that TV show? Is it something that makes you laugh? Is that meditation? Like where do you go?
Well, I have learned a couple of things, tricks. So when you're overthinking in your mind, right, your mind just keeps going and going and going, and
Yeah.
you can't turn it off. The one thing you can do is hum. Mm. Because if you're humming, your mind can only think about humming. Try it.
That's good.
Mm.
Mm, that's good.
What'd you think about?
Humming. Just
Right?
humming.
Right? And I have also learned there are bilateral brain games that can help you focus and turn off your brain. You just have to do one side and you do the other side the same, right? So if it's like, or it's, or you want to be complicated, it's, this creates neurons or new pathways when in your brain and promotes focus and it also makes your brain stronger.
Okay.
You can get, complicated with it. Oh, that was kind of slow, but I have been emotional right now.
Yeah, I
Right?
like
And you can
this.
even do it to music, which I think is pretty cool. Like I'm going to teach my kids at school, like, if you are overthinking and then you do, and I've done the thing, how I gave you the ball and we throw the ball with our left and throw it with our right when we're walking? Yes.
In my mind, I was singing
Fail.
"Staying Alive" right there. I was like, uh, uh, ba-da-da-do, ba-da-da-do. Not sure we can get the rights to it, so I just making up new words. I like that.
Yeah, so whatever you do, you just have to do on the same side,
Oh yeah,
right? And then the question about if I go outside, that grounds me. If I put my feet on the grass or I am doing anything with like watching the birds, like now that
oh
I
yeah,
put that uh hummingbird little feeder right outside my window, like that hummingbird that comes, like I have three of
yeah.
them in the back. That focuses me for a long time.
I
Or
agree.
anything that you can do in the flow, right? If you sometimes I put on some Hertz music and then I clean and I find myself when I'm listening to the Hertz or the sound or and I'm cleaning, I'm in flow. So anything I can do to kind of turn it off. But I I do need to work on finding that grounded space in a chaotic atmosphere, such as
Hmm.
school or, that I'm still working on because, I am on 24, well, not
Yeah.
20, but the moment I get onto campus, it's very, people even follow you to the bathroom sometimes. So it's like finding
You're
that moment to
constantly
ground
going.
yourself or to say, yet again, here's that lesson again, not abandoning yourself and saying, no, I am the architect of my own time. Let me say that again.
Mm.
I am the creator of my own time. I can
Ooh.
abandon myself. I can take a moment to ground myself down. And then I can make that excuse of, oh, but I have this and I have that and I have this. No, no, it is my choice to choose all of these other things because I am the architect of my
Yeah.
own time. I
Yes.
create my own time. I can
Yes.
say, I have 5 minutes to ground myself down, knowing that saving me that 5 minutes is saving me 30 minutes on the back end. Because without that 5 minutes, and I go in there and I react, or I say something that is what I wasn't supposed to say, then it's all of the time and energy it takes that I shame myself or overthink or shoulda, woulda, coulda, all of that afterwards when I could have just saved myself 5 minutes at the beginning. Because you know what? We no longer will abandon ourselves because that
Yeah.
5 minutes is going to save me 25 minutes.
That's right. That's right.
And it's nobody's choice but our own. Yes, we are always going to be busy. We are powerful women. We have a lot of people rely on us.
Yes.
We are always going to be busy. We have empires to rule. We are always going to be busy. The one thing that we can control is our own time and what we do with
Mm.
that time. Every time we make that choice to do something else than to spend that 5 minutes, it is you or it is me that are choosing that. We're
Yeah.
making that choice. You can't blame anybody else but yourself. See,
Ooh.
and now I'm talking to myself, angry Smurf. Do you hear it? See, is that calming that resentment down? I do need the pig.
You do need you need to give it a name.
I need the pig and I need my little babies. Okay? To tame this angry Smurf. That's what I need.
You need it. You're just getting
Back
real
to
firm.
school,
You're
Ken.
getting real firm. You're cementing in those feelings. You're like, I'm gonna cement this in.
I feel so much better than I did at the beginning. I'm hoping the editor can edit out some of the most terrible parts of my meltdown.
Let it go.
Let it go. But do you see? I just exhibited what I've been doing. You just spent how long with me, and what did I just do? This is the emotional roller coaster I've been on.
Well, sometimes I think we get firm because we want to get clear. And maybe I don't know. Are you getting firm because you're talking to yourself going, I want you to I'm getting real clear with you, self. This is the clarity I am talking to you about. Because
Yes.
I feel like sometimes when I get like that, I call it my firm voice. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, I got real passionate here. And I have to say that to my team. I have to go like, hey, I got real passionate here. I'm not
Mhm.
angry. I'm not upset. I am passionate about this. I believe in this. I am clear on this.
Yes.
This is where I'm clear. Because
Yes.
I can speak Shannon speak, which
Oh,
means like I'll go like this. I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like shoot ba ba da da da. And then the person's like, you lost me on the shoot pa ba da ba da. Like I am not clear on that, and I'm like, it's like, and they're like, again, want to know what you're talking about. I just am not sure what ta ta is.
Mhm.
right? Or I speak in a lot of metaphors, but sometimes then I'll drill it down real tight and I'll be like, I'm going to get real clear here. I don't want there to be room for like a misunderstanding. And that's what I hear you talking to yourself about. You're like, I'm going to get real clear, self. I do
Mhm.
not want us to misunderstand this lesson. I'm going to
Mhm.
get real clear with you.
You're
And that
right.
is passionate,
You're right.
not angry, not judgmental, not angry
Yeah.
smurf.
Yeah.
You're passionate.
Yes. I love the reframe. Yes. I'm so hard on myself.
Yeah.
I'm the hardest.
Oh, yeah. I think not just you, but all of us, right?
Yeah.
Like we give so much grace to somebody else and then we rip ourselves apart like
And then
in
we
a
wonder
in
why
a
we don't have
second.
self-worth, why we
Yeah,
had to
right?
gather our self-worth. Because
You
we are one.
yeah.
We are one. We are
Mhm.
whole. You know what I mean? We are our
Yeah.
own sovereignty. How can you say you have great self-worth if you're talking to yourself like shit the whole time?
Yeah.
Talk to yourself better and see what happens.
Yeah, going, girl, we look good.
Oh, I know I look good.
Oh, that's not my problem.
That's not my
Excuse me.
problem, but I got 99 others.
I got 99 problems. Speaking of looking good, I you recommended this lip gloss to me. I'm not
Oh,
trying to
yes, I
product
use them.
place. You know what I'm talking about. But it tipped over a little bit and it got a little sticky in my drawer. I'm not too shy to just kind of dig into the drawer where the sticky spot is, or the like the gooey part, and then I like put it on, and it's like, oh, see, look, got a little shiny right there. That's not from the bottle, people. That's just right off the bottom of the desk. I know I look good, and I'm classy too. Classy.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. Then
Mhm.
I just rub it in on my palm, like give it a little massage.
Yes, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I found the greatest cream that makes your feet so soft.
Ooh.
And, I think I sent it to you, but did I not? Oh, what is it called?
What is it called? I sometimes I slather my piggies up, my little feet piggies up with like lotion, and then I put socks on, and then I just walk around. Or sometimes I put like a little trash bag in, slather it up, trash bag it, and then put a sock on, which does mean that I'm like kind of squishy, kind of stompy.
It is anything with urea. UREA. They have
UREA.
40% and they have 60%. The dermatologist told me this. And you can get it over the counter. But it makes your feet feel so soft and then you don't have any cracked heels.
Ooh, okay.
UREA. And if anybody wants to,
Talk about how to pronounce it. We're not worried. We're just
but
gonna say it.
I know it stood
Urea.
for your feet, but I put it on my
Oh
elbows.
yeah. A little bit of love. You just give yourself a little bit of sweet
I
softness.
rubbed a little on Dodger's little pink little pads. They felt
Oh.
rough.
Oof. Well, hopefully this swift.
It's kind of fun to torture the cat sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I don't like want to be loved that much. They just have a place where they don't want to be loved a little bit, but not too much.
Mhm. What do you think?
I think so, girl.
Okay. Thank
Mm,
you so much. I love you.
me too. Mwah. Mm.